Curious thing, that poor fowl looks subtly wedged. I suppose I'll have to chip away at this stubborn dirt for him. Wonder if this chicken thinks I'm going to trade my boots for a handful of seeds, you know? Being the sole proprietor of this whole spit of land must be lonely for the poultry, too. Look at that pig rooting around. He seems awfully interested in my new tool shed. Wonder if he knows how to use a proper trowel like I do. Remember that time the tide came in so high, it looked like the ocean was trying to claim the whole beach. We were hauling those salvaged pieces up, and I swear the salt spray tasted like pure, sharp electricity on my tongue. Then, just when we thought we were safe, a whole school of iridescent fish flashed underneath us, a sudden, blinding silver curtain. It threw us all off balance, and we tumbled right into the shallows, sputtering and laughing until our sides ached. We laughed so hard, I could still feel the stinging residue of salt mixed with my own tears. Look at this pig sniffing my boot. It's got an air of profound judgment, much like you, Wilson. What treasure do you think it's inspecting here? Starlight paints the jungle canopy like spilled powdered sugar. I wonder what strange creatures wander these luminous shadows tonight. Glimmering moonlight catches the curve of the llama's neck. It stands there like a misplaced piece of pale porcelain. Such a plump little creature, right up close. Its snuffling snout is dusted with bits of bright green moss. Sweetest creature, you're staring right at my knee like you know secrets about my old boots. I bet you think you're the smartest thing out here, don't you? Maybe a proper signal tower, something to pierce this white blanket when the sun bothers to peek out. You think a nice little clock face would look grand atop it, Wilson? Heaven knows this rain is coming down with the enthusiasm of a disgruntled opera singer. I swear the puddles are reflecting a sky that's just perpetually bruised purple. Blimey, this boar has the stare of a seasoned critic. Does he think my carpentry skills need improving? Dampness settles into the wood like a forgotten melody. I should probably patch the roof before the whole thing turns into a sodden mess. Rain drips from the palm fronds like cold, heavy tears. I wonder if the tide remembers the sound of a proper train whistle. These palms look like they're whispering tales of vanished civilizations, don't they? At least the sand hasn't started demanding rent money yet. How do you reckon the curve of this new fishing spear looks from your vantage point, pal? Alas it all, my heel is snagged on a root like it's the anchor of my entire miserable existence. I swear this jungle is actively plotting my complete immobility right now. Snowflakes drift down like tiny, forgotten feathers. The whole jungle looks dusted with powdered sugar. This blasted earth grips my ankle like a jealous lover. I can't move an inch, Wilson. By the great deep, I swear this island is mocking my very spirit with this microscopic snag. Remember when I first carved down the law for the library? The ink, made from crushed berries, was still tacky on the wood, and I felt like a genuine lawmaker, which was quite a feeling. I etched that rule about keeping the sunrise clear, so right, so permanent. Then I looked past the finished carving and saw the woodshed, standing there in all its rough-hewn bulk. It was blocking the whole eastern horizon. A terrible mistake. I spent the next 2 sunrises just dismantling it, piece by painful piece, until the morning light finally spilled across the clearing exactly how it should. Little goat, you got the fluffiest coat. Are you inspecting the structural integrity of my new retaining wall? Sunshine paints the sand a blinding gold today, doesn't it, Wilson? Maybe I ought to build a pauper signal tower to pierce this endless white blanket. Look at this little goat, you fancy creature. Does it think my newly stacked firewood needs supervising? Observe how straight these walls stand, Wilson. They look sturdy enough to survive a whole fleet of buccaneers. Sometimes I think those 3 failed rafts were just cosmic suggestions, like failed test flights for a proper ocean liner, you know? By the stars, this patch of dirt has hooked my boot like a viper's fang. I'll wrestle free before the dawn breaks on this damp little stage. Fog hangs heavy, smelling like wet seaweed and secrets. I can barely make out the boar snuffling right up to my boot tips.